Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 7, Episode 25. Spoiler alert. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I am a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer with a new mic today.
Period. We're moving up. Moving
up. Just got to get my headphones. But yes, moving up. But yes, we're going to start with the fallout of the Ace-Shelly thing, because that just blew up on social media. Yeah. Everybody taking sides. And like Huda got fans out here. I'm surprised. You know.
Yeah, she got real. I mean, she's already surpassed like 1 million views.
Yeah.
Her and Jalen are, I think, the only ones.
Yeah, I ain't got time. Yeah. But either way, that is, whatever. Do we want to talk about the Huda side of this situation or the Ace side first? Let's
get into the Ace side, because I think surprisingly it stirred up a lot. I didn't think it was gonna go this far.
When you say you didn't think it would go this far, meaning like Ace and Shelly would have these still issues they're still talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Ace was enjoying it. Ace was down there enjoying it. He was having a good time. He didn't say stop. He didn't say we're moving too fast, we're doing too much. None of that. And Huda was on go. To me, I'm like, they're both responsible for the outcome of that situation. And Ace, I think he is taking a very lackadaisical approach to his participation in it, because he doesn't want to seem like he's the bad guy in all of this just because of what Shelly did.
To me, it's given like Ace is actually catching a little bit of feelings, but also not necessarily looking at his behavior, like you're saying. Like, he's not looking at himself in this situation. It's like two things going on. It's like, I feel like he's catching feelings more for her, and he's using this situation as a calling forth the conversation about what are we, as opposed to the way Nic handled it. Nic was like, oh, I don't like this situation, the way she operated, so I'm gonna close shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's taking the opposite approach. He's taking I'm gonna blame you for being open. I'm gonna blame you for exploring and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, like Shelly said, you the one said you want to explore, so boom, I explore it and I have a connection and blah, 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 blah. So like, y'all was in exploration phase. If you want to move into something else, state that. Like, state that plainly. Like, be like, look, I didn't like it. I don't like to see you with him. I know we were in exploration phase. And so I want to be clear. I want to be closed off with you. And that's a vulnerable thing, because she could be like, I'm not ready. And that's what I feel like he's guarding himself. Like, he's doing this
afraid.
Conversation. Yeah, he's like bringing the conversation this way, in a sense like she's doing something wrong. But then he went the opposite direction. It was like, I don't feel like we can be closed off with this, and that. But it is what it is. I don't know what Shelly wants. I don't know if she knows what she wants. But at the same time, I think Ace is kind of pussyfooting around it. Like, he need to just be like, look, this is what I want. This is what I'd like. If you're not ready for that, then I'll have to make, other decisions. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. But this is what I want to do, And he's not being plain.
I think Ace, I'm going to give this maybe like a 60-40 type of situation, where Ace, I think he might be somewhat more used to, once he is done doing the whole, I'm exploring and we're dating and trying to figure out if we want to do something. Once he says, okay, I'm ready to lock this down, he expects the woman to now come to him. He's like, I don't want to be in the chase of the cat anymore. I want you to come to me, and I want you to validate what I am feeling, even though you may have wanted something to be a little bit more serious earlier at one point. Yes. And I'm the one who put you in the position to say we need to take a step back. But now I'm ready to lock this thing down, and I need you to come to me. And so I think he is not used to a woman like Shelly, where Shelly is holding a mirror to him and saying, no, buddy, I'm doing exactly what you were doing. I'm doing exactly what you were doing, because there was a moment where you could have pulled me away from Austin, and you didn't have to have me over here having to have these silly little conversations with Austin. It could have been me and you a long time ago, but you wanted to go explore with Amaya.
I completely agree, because I think at the end of the day, it's like you said, if he had closed things down early, she wouldn't have even been in a position. I mean, granted, she could have said, no, I don't want to close things early, or whatever the case may be, but it's like he wants it on his time. She was patient with him, and now he doesn't have the ability to be patient with her and be where she is on her process. I will also say, this makes me think a little of Chris a little bit too, because to me, both of the guys are expressing a little bit of, or exhibiting a little bit of immaturity, because Chris has only been there for 3 days. You get what I'm saying? Or 4 days, whatever now, maybe 5. But it's like, bruh, if you so easily ready to just go to anything that dangles easiness in front of you, that's how you gonna stay with you an emotionally unavailable woman, because that's what they do. They dangle.
Yeah.
They dangle all.
Yeah, I literally wrote down,
out.
like, through all of this, you keep talking to Huda about how Huda's feeling, but you have yet to go up to Shelly and just check in with her to see, like, you know, did we do too much? Did I make you uncomfortable? You could have said anything to Shelly in this moment, but you just keep, you didn't do anything wrong. Motherfuckers got their feelings hurt over some dumb shit. It's just a challenge. So I am with you on that one.
Yeah, we can jump into the Huda Chris side of it, you know, and the Shelly Huda side of it, because Huda was in there just like woo hoo 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 into all the other girls in the house. Now, you said they gave her a good edit. I was like, personally, I was seeing that, like, it's like she's amassing her, like, troops, or like her sob folks again. And I feel like even the way she told Amaya, like,
Shelly doesn't want to talk to me. Yeah. No, she said, I will talk to you tomorrow. Yes. Let's talk tomorrow.
Very mature as well. Like, she recognized, I might pop off on this girl today. Yes. It's not a good look right here. And so she's telling half the story, like she was doing with Jeremiah. So it's just like, I ain't like that. But what'd you think about Shelly's take on it on like day 2, you know, after she slept on it and stuff like that? What were your thoughts?
I felt like by day 2, like, it could die down a bit. I felt like her energy was still very elevated about it all. And I'm not sure. Yeah. And I don't know if that was because, like, the conversation with Ace, like, it seemed like they both just were not understanding with each other. They were not compromising in the situation. They were both very reactive, I think. And I'm not saying reactive like they was popping off, but the words was just going in one ear and out the other for the both of them. And so I feel like that kept Shelly in a very activated space. Yeah. And I think because her and Huda did not have a conversation, Huda took that as, I don't want to talk to you, when really Shelly was just trying to process her own feelings, you know? Because Huda had no idea probably that conversation, I'm going to assume that Huda had no idea about that conversation between Shelly and Ace and how that might have left Shelly feeling. But I did think by day 2, like, maybe we need to just, like, simmer down a little bit, which I do honestly feel like she probably woke up feeling a little bit better. Like, Ace brought the pancakes and the flowers. She seemed like she was in good spirits. But then when you have this conversation and you feel like this man is trying to be, or he is being what feels like a hypocrite to you, right? Like, that, of course, that's just going to put you into another headspace, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
so I was a little 50-50 with it.
I was all right with it. I do think, like, what you said is 1,000% probably what was going on. Is like, she can't catch a break, because she, at the end of the episode, she was like, I want to talk to Chris, I want to talk to Ace, I ain't trying to talk to Huda. Like, I think she was just overwhelmed by both of those things happening at the same time. And then Chris ain't really pulling her or whatever, or checking on her, so she's probably adds to it. So I thought she was cool to have her feelings. And also, when she explained her feelings, she explained them very well. She said, I don't know what that man's tongue tastes like. That's what she said. She's like, I respected her, and nobody was on Jeremiah. I never kissed him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the double standard is wild. So I agree with her on that. And 2, I think she explained herself very well, in the sense that, like, it's cool. I'm not trying to be mad at her. We can be cordial. But friends, that's not my standard. Like, she's stating her boundaries. Like, that's not my standard for friends. If that's yours, that's cool, but it's not mine. And so she's well within her right to say that. And if Huda wants to keep friends around like her, then she's going to have to be a little more considerate of other people, how other people operate. You get what I'm saying? Because people are coming for Shelly like she's out here cursing the girl out. She's not. She's not doing anything but saying, that's not for me. Like, if you do that, that's cool. That's not for me. Jiggling and gyrating all on my man, that's not for me. And so that's that. Side note, let me dip back into this Ace conversation, because part of that, I don't know if it was the chop and screwed of the producers, but I didn't understand all of it. I was like, what exactly is he upset about? What exactly is she saying that she's upset? Because she sometimes would say she wasn't upset at him, and then she would say she was. And I'm not saying that against her. I'm just saying, like, I was unclear in terms of the producer's edit. What was the true crux of things? And that's why it led me to believe that there were, like, a little bit of cross conversations happening, like where Ace was really trying to call to the carpet this conversation around, I want to be closed off, sort of, but doing it in a way that blamed her as opposed to just being upfront about it. But then also I was unclear. But I think all of that, like you said, really contributed to her having this inability to process having the conversation that next day. And to that point, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. Huda, she got to learn how to self-soothe. And a part of emotional regulation is that you got to deal with your own emotions. You can't expect that I can't be okay until someone else makes me okay, until someone else tends to the feelings that I have that are bubbling up. You got to figure out how to self-soothe. That's why she blowing up on Jeremiah. That's why she up and moping all around with the pancakes and everything with Shelly, because she don't know how to self-soothe. It's like you got to take that on as your responsibility and not keep shipping and farming that off to other people. So that's all I have to say about that. I think that Shelly's well within her right, and like you said, like, in Shelly we trust.
In Shelly
we I ain't seen the girl go wrong yet. Okay. Yes. And also some of the talk is that what could have happened in the stuff that the producers didn't possibly show us was that Huda turned around and started, like, gyrating on his face.
Yeah, we saw her turn around, and that was a little bit. You was already, again, dry humping, missionary style. Now you turn it around and do a reverse cowgirl. Girl, it's too much. And I also wanted to just hit on Alandria. I said, baby, silence is golden, because Huda thought she was going to be able to go up to Alandria, Shelly's number one, and gain some sympathy points. Alandria said, it was a bit much. It was a bit much. Yeah. And she said, let me go get my little cheese sandwich. Okay.
Got right on up.
Got right on up, baby, because we're not doing this. We did it already with you with Jeremiah. We're not going to do it again. Your emotions are not about to manipulate the entire room. So
no, very real. Yeah. So anything else on the Huda? I guess we could dip into Chris and her. We talked about it a little bit, Chris and her exploring and all that good stuff. Like I said, it's given, like, Chris, you got to man up. You want non-emotionally unstable women. I know I said that backwards, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then, bruh, you got to go out there, get that lion, like, prowess and chase the ones you want, because it's literally been 3 days. Yes, she might have had a strong connection with Ace, but I truly feel like if she had more time with Chris, I wonder how that matchup would have looked. And it's like, Chris gotta open her eyes to that. And it's like, you let this little 5-foot soldier back you up?
Yeah.
Like,
well, the problem is everybody is seeking so much validation in this experience. And so validation comes from the little things. It's the, did he pull me for a chat? Did she pull me for a chat? Did he make me breakfast? It's like there's signs and themes of what it means in Love Island when someone is interested in you, which is why I think Alandria is still confused. And so I think Chris, because of everything that's happening, it's like you were not logical enough to understand something last night happened that was very triggering for Shelly. And you are now taking her distance as she's not interested in you because she's not pulling you for a chat, or she might not be giving you the attention that she was giving you in Casa Amor, or even when you guys first got back. But it's like, read the room. It's like actual shit going on with feelings happening right now, where somebody is feeling disrespected and she's not blind. Everybody can see you over here caked up with Huda all damn day. Why would she want to come and talk to you? It's like, read the room.
Yeah, I personally feel like he is settling for Huda. And I'm not saying that Huda is not worthy of love or something like that, but I'm saying like in the sense of what he wants. I think
Oh,
he
absolutely.
wants Shelly, and Huda is like available. And so
Yes.
he is choosing Huda because,
Yes.
she's not unattractive. When he said that piece about he don't know if she's emotionally unstable yet, I was like, that leads me to believe like they don't watch. Because
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I thought at first that he saw. I was like, he must have not saw. I was like, okay, he
it,
knew that she was a mom. So I was going back to what you said, like maybe they saw like the intro reels or whatever, like the intro packages, but they don't know all of what happened.
but yeah, that's that. Any other thoughts on them? Like I said,
No,
yeah, I just
no. I was like, Huda, like the only last thing I'm gonna say about this girl, probably hopefully for the rest of this damn season, quite
it
honestly,
won't be.
is
But just say your piece for the
yeah.
night.
I am just I feel really bad for her
Mm.
because I'm like it is so exhausting to constantly have to seek performative reassurance, right? Like her her love is based on like this idea of performance, like how does it look? So she's always checking in like, oh really, you think I'm cute? Or like, oh really, you want to explore with me? Like I'm just shocked. It's like she has to get a little bit of extra, like just, ooh, are you sure? Like I just need to make sure you are feeling valid in what you are saying. And it's really sad to see. And I felt like her going to the girls, crying, going to Chris, crying. It's just like y'all gotta recognize when somebody is emotionally unstable, they need a landing spot that will validate their feelings.
I have a different take, girl. I don't feel bad for her, and I know maybe I'm just like I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm saying I don't feel bad for her because this is life. This is how people
Yeah.
learn. You learn because you have these moments where life teaches you in
Yeah.
real time how to manage your emotions because you recognize that this is not working. Everything
Yeah.
is kind of like just falling, and I see myself clearly. So I don't feel sad for her. I just think it's life. We learn
Yeah.
lessons. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm learning a few, in my life. We're all learning a few, and it's just like that's where you're at. I do not think that everybody needs to be catering to her. I think that's how she's
Well,
going to
I
learn
don't
the
think
lesson
so
for
either.
real.
I'm just saying that she operates by that belief that like being chosen or somebody
Yeah.
coming to soothe her, it confirms her worth. It confirms that maybe she's not a bad person because that's all she kept asking. Like, am I a bad person? When Amaya accidentally spilled something on her, she was like, I deserve that. Like it's just
No tears from me. Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry, no
yeah. I
tears
do
from
feel
me.
you though. I do feel you.
But
I feel you on
also,
that. It's just sad to see. You know what I'm saying? But I
it's
did
not
I
sad for
did write
me.
down today. I was like, after the way Shelly is treating her and Alandria, I was like, and even Cierra, because Cierra had that real conversation with her a couple days ago when the whole Jeremiah thing was happening. But I was like, maybe her staying in here is actually a good thing so that she can continue to learn, and then she's gonna be able to come out and rewatch it and see like, oh, this is why this person was acting this way towards me. So we'll see, but
The one thing I was about to say is like when she was saying to Chris, like, if I was ugly, would this make this better? And I'm like,
oh,
this
baby,
this right that right there, that's why I know that
yeah.
like I just
And
like
that is the energy Shelly is picking up on, everyone. Like y'all coming for Shelly, but it's like no. Bro, my heart just started boiling again after it because when she did it, I was like, no, you're not trying to imply that Shelly would be jealous of you. Or
yeah. It's like
girl,
it's just boundaries. Like
it's
Shelly is
just
clearly
boundaries.
someone who has boundaries. She has them too. Quiet
Yeah.
as his cat. Um Huda, she's got them too. That's why Jeremiah couldn't do this, couldn't do that. That's why the girls couldn't kiss him. Those were her boundaries. They were a little it was a tall fence, you know what I'm saying? Like they were a little high, her boundaries, but those were her boundaries, and that's why she crashed out all the time because her boundaries were a little unrealistic, and
Yeah.
people kept crossing them a little bit. But for the most part, people, whatever. It takes you back to even like the night before when the situation happened, and she was like, me making his heart rate go up. That was the icing on the cake. It's like,
Yes.
yeah,
And she
okay.
she smirked
It's like,
at it.
It's like, yeah, it's don't sit here and act like what you need is not validation. Like, that's not what you're seeking. Like, you're seeking validation, and these little moments, they don't matter to you as much as the validation. It doesn't matter to you as much as it like, oh, I'm cute. That's why this happened. Oh, I got his heart rate up. Like, it doesn't. The fact what she did doesn't matter to her as much as the I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever. No, honestly, because like this goes into another category of people who are troubled when they are not the center of attention.
Yes.
They lead with sexuality. They lead with like voyeuristic behaviors and shit that Huda did. A through Z.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Hopefully she will learn, she will grow. All right, so do we want to switch over to Alandria? Like, Alandria, these conversations about exploring. She's dipping back into Zach. Shelly pointed out that Taylor's still an option. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was about. I said, y'all supposed to be bringing my girl back to reality, about to ground her. I don't know why y'all are keeping her in the sky, thinking Taylor is an option. Taylor is no longer an option.
I really thought that Shelly was going to be like, yeah, no. I thought Cierra would go back, yeah, no. But also, Alandria seems to herself be still viewing him as an option. Now, when Taylor spoke with Clark, he did say, like, she's still an option. But I don't know. Like, he's still exploring it with her. But that didn't even feel... It felt like maybe he said that in a sense of, like, so that Clark doesn't go around saying he says he's not when he's already saying to Alandria he is. So I don't.
It felt like something. It felt like something other than the truth. I couldn't figure out what that something was.
Yeah, obligation.
Yes. I didn't
bad.
know what that. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I said, baby, why is you lying?
Yeah. It's like,
that's why Clark said, I barely want to call it a triangle because
because she clear. We all clear except for Alandria. So. It is what it is. I ain't gonna say no more about Alandria. She wanna like. It is what it is. Like,
child, she living in cognitive dissonance land. I like him, and he isn't giving me energy. It's pulling her back and forth. So trying to find these subtle things that mean he's interested in me.
Yes,
I'm like, and it ain't even subtle no more because I'm like, he ain't even pulled you for a chat. He pulled you for a chat and then told you, she makes me feel different.
Yeah.
I felt things with her I did not feel with you. I said, okay, he's finally giving you the honest answer. Mm-hmm. Do not read between these lines, girl. There's no lines to read.
Yeah. I definitely think she kind of looks over that. And then also one of the things that Clark said that I thought was very good and nice is that she was like, everything he's done with me, he's initiated. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. That's the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's initiated. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Zach, that's who she's focusing some energy on. I can see it. It does seem like they're kind of doing this like, okay, you and me, let's see. Like, they don't seem to be naturally coming to it. It seems like they're like, we're out of options. Let's come back to this. But I'm not mad at it because they definitely do seem to be on the same wavelength as far as like when Zach was like, I like to handle it at home. And she was like, I was like, that's that Amaya firecracker. He ain't like that.
Right.
And Alandria's a very classy lady. She gonna handle it, very, very cute. She gonna keep it cute. And that seemed like it's a requirement for Zach. And so they seem to match on those levels, but at the same time, I'm not sure where they are with attraction and everything. I'm not doubting it. I'm not saying it's not there. I got to see a little bit more. So, anything else on Alandria? Any of the connections?
Nope.
Okay. Nic and Cierra, they had big news. They had a date.
Yeah, they closed
things off.
Yes.
And I thought that was long
it was
time
very
coming.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it was nice. And it reminded you like how you really gotta let these men step up to the plate. When you trying to drag them along,
yeah,
it just doesn't seem like
I
they
absolutely
go.
love how Cierra has handled herself the entire
Yeah.
time in the villa, start to finish. She's been very
Mm-hmm.
classy. She has
Mm-hmm.
been like, her communication style is like 10 out of 10. Like, I'm learning from
Yes.
her. She's
Yes.
very graceful with it. She doesn't.
Yes.
She sets boundaries, but she doesn't push. And I think that's a great way to be able to communicate in a relationship. So,
Mm-hmm. I
um,
agree.
and Nic is a very soft, he's a soft guy, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is gonna go very well outside the villa.
I
I
agree.
hope they can get over all of the Nic Alandria
Mm-hmm.
stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but I think they will be able to.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think they put, they might be giving everybody a run for their money for the
Yeah,
for
they
the
might
top
win.
couple,
Yeah,
especially if Shelly and Ace don't make it through. Like I saw a
yeah,
TikTok earlier that was like Shelly and Ace got it. Just period. That's who I count as the winner. But who knows where direction they're gonna go in. I do think they're gonna find their way back to each other, but I don't know,
yeah.
folks.
If I had to choose right now, like, I would probably vote for Nic and
Oh, for
Sierra.
sure, for sure,
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
know.
Um, One thing that, not to dip back into Ace and Shelly, but one thing that I did want to say about them is I remember thinking to myself, like, oh man, like, is Shelly about to lose both of these guys? But then I
Yeah,
thought to myself, like, it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
yeah,
doesn't matter. Like, Shelly is the epitome of like this abundance energy. It's like, whatever, this one don't work out, the next one will. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Not saying like because she's going to get more, that too, but it doesn't matter in the sense of like, if these guys don't work for her, then they don't work for her. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, if their boundaries or the way they want to operate or the way she wants to operate doesn't jive, then it doesn't jive. So I'm good
yes,
with my girl just settling, taking her time. She don't want to talk to somebody, don't talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Boom,
Period.
boom, boom. But anyway,
Yes.
back into these folks. Thoughts on Elon and his I was like, oh,
I don't think he meant any harm. I don't think he
yeah,
meant any
I
harm,
agree.
but I love when my man can stand for me, honey.
You talking
So
about
Nic
Nick?
coming at him and saying, "You pissed me off, didn't like it, and I'm gonna do something about it and close it off."
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
can't be
that's
mad at it. You can't be mad
yeah,
at it, honey. So
yeah,
10 out of 10 for me. But I was like, damn, Nic, you know that man did not. He was not trying to hurt your feelings. And to Elon's point, Sierra did say she still wanted to explore.
explore.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, Amaya's been getting a lot of interest this episode.
yes.
Chris
Okay, so
said
okay, Chris and
something.
Elon,
Elon,
yeah,
yeah. I don't see the Elon Amaya thing because Elon seems to be like, they seem to have like a little bit of a mismatch in terms of like, he's a little more worldly, but I don't know. He seems to find her attractive.
John, Elon was cracking me up when he was overhearing Amaya and then went to Zach and said something. I said, God, dog.
It's like messy.
How you dipping into somebody's private conversation and then
Right.
going over and then pulling the person that you low key just
I
backstab
know. I know you. I
for a chat?
know. I know. I was like, you ain't tell him that. And I'm about to pull her later. Okay, so
Right,
bruh, watch out. We all coming for you.
Right. Hey, just watch out now. Watch how you talk and how you move, because Amaya's watching. Hey, baby, I think we should get to know each other.
Yeah. I didn't like that, but it's whatever. Like Elon, he's very vanilla for me. He's
Very
like,
vanilla.
I'm.
Yeah,
He's all right.
it's not giving
But I do
Big
like
Daddy
Amaya
energy.
getting interest. So what'd you say?
I said it's not giving Big Daddy energy.
Oh no, it's not at all. Not at
Little
all.
puppy.
But Chris, I like Chris. He didn't seem to like be chatting with her, but he said he thought she was cute.
Yeah.
How about Adrina? And she's striking out on both ends, and I'm like, boom, that's a surprise because everybody was into you. Now, if Ace and Shelly break up, Ace would definitely probably scoop her up, but does she want to scoop him up is the question.
But she did say she liked tall men because she's taller.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, Brian said she was Boring.
Boring. Yeah. But that could just be Brian, or it could be a defense mechanism. But
Yeah.
Pepe didn't seem interested enough to cut off that situation with
Okay.
Grayson, So
Yeah, and
I don't
Adrina, she
know.
fine, y'all. So it's
Hmm.
just, it lets you know, one, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but
Hmm.
two, you gotta have more than just look.
Just looks good. I mean, maybe that's God being like, she's Jeremiah's, okay?
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah,
is
no, for real. Because
Jeremiah's.
I would love to ship them. But Jeremiah did say, I don't know what interview it was. I think it might have been Chicks in the Office. He did say he was already sliding in the DMs. And as soon as Adrena came out, like, he was jumping on it.
I'm
So,
sure. Because
yeah.
he is, there's a match with him and Huda because there's something about him, his energy that moves like, I don't want to say it's not anxious energy, but it's something about his energy too that just he don't let it develop. He don't let it simmer. He just
Yeah, yeah, he gonna latch on. What'd you say? He's a
yeah.
nester. He's a
Yes,
nester.
he's a nester.
He likes to get you
Yes,
and
yes.
settle you in right into that
Yes,
spot.
make a nest with
Absolutely.
you, and it's just the two of you. So it is what
Yeah.
it is. Like, because there's a certain thing, like we want a man to be like a little lion, but there's a certain like too soon that's a
Right.
little, like Alandria was saying at the beginning, like something about that a little scary.
Yes. Exactly.
But not scary. It's scary on some men, but Jeremiah is just more of like it's a
He's a
little
lover
red
boy, so
flag.
we'll
But
let it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Jeremiah is definitely a lover boy.
But anyway, anything else we didn't talk about within the episode?
No, the only last thing was I was cracking up when the host Ian was like, "Am I having deja vu? Is Huda complaining about pancakes again?" And then he repeated it.
He was like, "Am I having deja vu, or is Huda
Yes.
crashing out about or something about pancakes again?"
Right, right,
And I
right.
totally forgot. I was like, "Oh my god, bruh." Personally, there's some little signs that are there. They're not like strong, but there's signs, and it almost seemed like he picked up on it when she was like, "You like." Bringing the pancake conversation to him in the first place was like, oh, everything
Yes.
can't be a thing. You gotta
Yes.
chill out. But two, when she said it seems like you're showing favorites for her, it's like, what are you talking? And he was like, favorites? Like, like it almost seemed like he was like, are you okay? Like
Yeah, yeah.
the favoritism. It's like, bruh. Like he likes who he likes. That's all this is about. This is not like y'all not hooked in. He likes who he likes. And if he's showing preference for her, guess what? He's showing his preference. And his preference
Right.
is for her. And so, like, that's not something to get upset about. That's something to observe. You know what I mean? And decide how you're going to move from that.
Right.
But
You
yeah,
move accordingly. You don't make no man show up for you more just because he doing something else for somebody else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. Tomorrow we'll same bad time, same bad place.
Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty,
right.
y'all. Hit us up on Black Girls
Yes.
Talking TV on Instagram if you want to join the chat and hit that subscribe button.
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Bye.